In March last year, Charlotte Caldwell was told her son might have only 6 months to live.
Couldn't believe it. We were just bringing him home today.
Billy suffers from intractable epilepsy. His next seizure could kill him.
It's actually an appalling situation for a mother to find herself in.
I had waited 20 years for a wee brother, and you just weren't going to give it up like that.
But this 2.5-year-old boy has outlived his bleak prognosis.
Doctors in Northern Ireland sent a young boy from Omagh home to die. But now his mother's desperate journey has brought them here to Chicago for treatment that could save his life.
Tonight, Insight examines whether Billy Caldwell was failed by the Royal Belfast Hospital for Sick Children and questions why he had to travel thousands of miles and spend hundreds of thousands of pounds for treatment that's available here in the UK.
Head up. Head up.
Charlotte spends all her time caring for her son, whose rare condition can't be controlled by drugs. Sometimes he suffered up to 30 fits a day. He was just 4 months old when he had his first one.
He just went bright red like a tomato all over, and they were sort of ripping his clothes off him in the ambulance, and Billy then was jerking, and staring and doing all the things that were displaying like that it was an epileptic seizure he was having. But he was on that one for about 6.5 hours. The consultants and the doctors were really working hard to bring him out of it, but it was 6.5 hours before he actually came out of it. So
It was just after 4 months was when I went into hospital ill, so it was, and it was just it was hard to take because of the fact was that everything was so good, and then it just all went completely from one thing, it completely threw it back in my face, and it was just, I didn't like it at all.
Billy was taken to the Royal Belfast Hospital for Sick Children in December 2005. Detailed tests were carried out and numerous drugs were prescribed, but medical staff couldn't control his severe form of epilepsy. And during his 3-month stay, Billy's seizures worsened.
I remember once describing it as if it was nearly as if Billy was possessed by something. That's how I seen it, as if there was like some sort of spirit or something there. And when they hit hit him or hit his brain, the brain activity with a new drug, it would sort of stop it, but then it would sort of find a way around it, and come back, and it would just be, even worse, raging, just as what I used to call it.
Charlotte was told by Billy's consultant, Dr. Hanrahan, that nothing more could be done for her son. A meeting was held in February 2006 to discuss Billy's discharge from hospital. It was stated that his treatment was moving towards comfort rather than a cure. The 7-month-old baby was brought home in March with the support of a community care package. The Caldwells were told not to expect Billy to live much beyond his first birthday.
I was saying, there has to be somewhere else we can take him. What about Great Ormond Street? Because, Great Ormond Street and everybody is one of the leading children's paediatric hospitals in the UK.
Charlotte was told that Billy's doctor in Belfast had been consulting with the head of Great Ormond Street's epilepsy unit about the case. It is normal practice for children from Northern Ireland with rare conditions to be referred there.
I was just being told we're already liaising with Great Ormond Street, Dr. Helen Cross, and there's nothing they can do.
But Professor Helen Cross, head of the Epilepsy Centre at Great Ormond Street, says she didn't hear about Billy's case until the Health Minister's office contacted her in September 2007. That was 18 months after he was sent home from the Royal.
If I was made a referral, then we would not turn down a referral. We carefully consider all cases and are unlikely to refuse any if a paediatric neurologist has requested that we give an opinion.
The consultants' words and the word from the doctors was that they had exhausted all avenues of treatment for Billy within the UK and the EU. and there was nowhere available in the world, because I had said America, you know, there was nowhere, and just to take him home.
But Charlotte refused to give up.
He was starting then to learn wee things, you know, and I could see that there was a little boy in there, you know, just dying to get out. So I just used to just bathe him and nurse him and massage him.
The Royal claims a referral to Great Ormond Street was mentioned in a telephone conversation between Charlotte and Billy's consultant in September 2006. But there is no record of this conversation in Billy's medical notes that have been obtained by Insight. We asked paediatric neurologist Dr. Hanrahan why Billy was not referred to Great Ormond Street. He declined to comment, but Dr. Heather Steen, the Associate Medical Director of the Children's Hospital, agreed to an interview.
If a parent wishes to go to Great Ormond Street, providing Great Ormond Street accept the referral, we do not have a problem in facilitating that. Some of our parents do not wish to a second opinion. Some of our parents are aware of all the issues. We've talked them through them. They realise where their child does not have a chance of survival, and they do not wish further intervention. And if that's the case, then that's where we go, unless we ourselves have a specific concern.
Billy's seizures were so severe that each one could have been his last. And if he survived, there was a risk his brain development could be further damaged.
Because of the seizures, Billy's brain has regressed, so he has severe developmental delay, and you know, he's going to be a wee boy that's going to have learning difficulties. If Billy had been referred when the Royal Victoria Hospital couldn't do anything more for him, would Billy be a different wee boy today?
So if a distressed mother is asking, can she get help anywhere else? She's been told that her son may only have a matter of months to live. Why then would Great Ormond Street not be given to her, or why would she be told that it's not an option?
All our parents, when they get difficult diagnosis, go through a difficult time to come to terms with that, and we try to work with our parents and work them through the issues.
Where is he? Look.
Charlotte says she begged the Royal for information about Great Ormond Street. Maggie Riley, who works for a health service watchdog, heard her repeatedly ask Billy's consultant about the services available.
I was present in her home when she relayed those specific questions by telephone to a consultant in the Royal, and she tried any number of ways to have those questions answered. And in my presence, I did not hear those questions being answered.